In issue number 33 of Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, the villainous Jack Frost ran rampant with his freezing powers. Superman's solution was to move the sun closer to Earth to help nullify Frost. Ignoring the obviously catastrophic consequences that bringing the sun closer would cause, the act itself required immeasurable strength and endurance. Now just think of that. He literally brought the sun closer to Frost. How do you piss someone off who can literally move the sun? These guys never learn. And that's how Frost became Frosty the Snowman. I simply can't think of any act of Black Adam that can match this. So when it comes to endurance, Superman wins. The next category is skill and special ability. Let's start with Black Adam. He has the strength of Amon and the swiftness of Heru. Black Adam can also mystically fly through the atmosphere through sheer act of will, enabling him to soar through the atmosphere at suboptimal levels and travel across the planet. Black Adam really has a lot of badass superpowers. Some of the most outstanding will be mystical transformation, physical enhancement, spell source, advanced healing, and interdimensional travel. Now, apart from fueling the magic thunderbolt that transforms Adam, the power of Aton also enhances Adam's other physical abilities. Adam can use the lightning bolt as a weapon by dodging it and allowing it to strike an opponent or target. He can channel the power of Aton and the other gods to increase the power of his attacks to godlike levels. Whilst doing this, he has hurt the likes of Spectre, although he rarely resorts to this. Also, Black Adam acquired the power of the goddess Isis, so when he utters the magic word, he not only gains his usual powers, but all of his original powers are greater in strength because of the extra power he gains from Isis. Now check this out, the power of Isis also grants him control over nature. As a result of his connection to Isis, he has the ability to control various aspects of nature, and although Black Adam has never used this power before, Isis' power grants him control over all of the elements. This power should allow him to summon a mighty wind to sweep across the land or cause geysers of molten lava to spontaneously rise from the ground. Pretty cool, huh? Now imagine trying to fight Black Adam and instead you find yourself being chased by a mountain. Alright, now let's see some of Superman's own skills and special abilities. Now, did you know that because of his Kryptonian physiology, under the effects of a yellow sun, Superman possesses the same potential powers as an average Kryptonian? These include solar energy absorption and cosmic energy absorption. Under optimal conditions, solar energy absorption is the main source of Superman's superpowers, as they are contingent upon exposure to solar radiation from a yellow sun-star system. Also, his biological makeup includes a number of organs which lack analogues in humans and whose functions are unknown. It is believed that between one or more of these and his biocellular matrix, yellow solar energy is stored for later use. This allows for the use of these powers to fade when yellow solar radiation is not available, instead of immediate failure. Superman is strong enough to create powerful sonic booms or project shockwaves with just the clap of his hands. Although we saw Black Adam do something similar in the movie, however, Superman's claps are much more powerful. They are sonically powerful enough to be heard across several estates and states. He can time travel using the effects of gravity, his speed, his mass, and so on to make the Earth reverse its spin. He does this by going at a short, limitless speed and strength capacity. This was called the cosmic treadmill. All of Superman's senses are enhanced to superhuman levels, allowing him to perceive the world in far greater detail than the average human. He possesses superhuman vision. His vision processes the entire electromagnetic spectrum, as well as allowing vast control over selective perception and focus. He also has super hearing abilities. Superman is also able to manipulate graviton particles to defy the forces of gravity and achieve flight. He's also got heat vision. Now, Superman's last resort power that he discovered through his heat vision was the ability to immediately expel all of his stored solar energy in one gigantic burst of explosive force. The solar flare uses all the stored energy within his cells at once, allowing for an all-out attack. But he cannot use this more than once or twice, as it drains him of all his powers until he can recharge his cells with solar energy. Give or take 24 hours, in that expanse of time, he's rendered virtually human and vulnerable. Now, luckily for Superman, thanks to the training he received from the Justice League, he learned to keep his flares smaller and more contained so that it doesn't take him as long for his powers to come back. Interstellar travel is also another ability Superman has. He's immune to the nature of space and is not inhibited by its lack of gravity. He can travel the reaches of space where no human body could possibly survive without the aid of technology or protection. Superman is also considered a combat master, and he has been trained by some of the world's greatest warriors. His knowledge helps him use his skills with precision and avoid unnecessary damage. Superman can live longer than regular humans, remaining at his prime as long as he's under the exposure of the yellow sun. So in the category of skill and special ability, I don't see how not to give it to the son of Krypton, Kal-El. And now, intellect. Superman has shown incredible intelligence and computational abilities. His mind works sharply and with extreme speed relative to Earth humans. Superman's analytical powers enable him to read information directly from machines, and with careful usage of his heat vision, he can even reprogram machines. Both as a superhero and as a journalist, Superman is intimidating and an expert at gathering evidence from all kinds of sources. He was able to deduce the level of fighting skill that a horde of lizard men had over the course of a battle alongside Batman and Wonder Woman. Did you know that Superman's genius-level intellect and Kryptonian brain also allow him to access some mind-based powers? At some point in history, Clark Kent has been able to read minds and telepathically communicate. Superman also possesses great leadership skills and doesn't make as much enemies as Black Adam. Superman has proven many times his ability to command respect and inspire others with his charisma, ardor, and idealism. He often serves as the primus inter pares of the Justice League. In comparison, upon his resurrection, Black Adam was blessed with the wisdom of Zehuti, the Egyptian god of learning. He has the ability to know and can recall knowledge and facts that he normally should not. He is also clairvoyant and can hypnotize people through this power. Having an uncanny awareness of his circumstances allows him to turn disadvantages into advantages, an understanding of divine interactions with the mortal world. The goddess Isis also grants him the gift of telekinesis, which thereby gives him the ability to move objects with the power of his mind. Adam has admitted he's had a lifetime of experience as a champion of the wizard. When it comes to intellect, it's a really close call. Superman works with information, he's a super journalist, a super investigator as well. He's also been able to read minds at some points, which makes it tricky. Black Adam has something else that could put him ahead of Superman. He's clairvoyant and can also use hypnosis. Now, some would say Superman did hypnotize people who look at him to hide his secret identity. I'm not going to argue with that, but is his ability to hypnotize greater than that of Black Adam's? I don't think so. So even though it's pretty close, the pendulum sways to Black Adam in the domain of intellect because of his extrasensory abilities. Now finally, let's look at grit. In essence, this is firmness of mind or spirit, unyielding courage in the face of hardship or danger, perseverance, and resilience. Black Adam was bequeathed both physical and psychological resilience by Mehen, an Egyptian snake god. It's like Black Adam stole from all the Egyptian gods when they were asleep. Reminds me of that friend who always wears your stuff and makes it look like it's theirs. Annoying, right? Black Adam can withstand bullets with no difficulty, as well as withstand massive blunt force. Basically, he possessed what is called the courage of Mehen. This gives Adam superhuman amounts of inner strength to draw off of, while also making him indestructible and practically invulnerable to conventional physical injury like the Great Snake itself. He's also supported by an innate and harmonious presence of goodwill and strength of perseverance that he never backs down from a challenge. Outstanding. Now for Superman. Superman is able to move at incredible speed by sheer force of will. This extends to his perceptions and allows for feats such as catching bullets in mid-flight as well as covering vast distances in little or no time. Now, Superman has shown to have a powerful spirit, free of corruption and temptation. Having been raised by a kind Kansas farmer and his wife, he was taught to protect life and help others. He's very optimistic and never gives up, even when things look bad. Superman has learned how to place mental inhibitors on his own power so that he doesn't accidentally flex and cause the tectonic plates to shift. Now, who wins in grit? I mean, Black Adam never backs down from a challenge, and Superman has an indomitable will. So between these two, who's more mentally strong? This is a very close call, but I'll sway towards Black Adam because he's more unhinged. He seems less likely to pull his punches if that's what it takes. Now, even though Superman has the capacity to exert more deadly force, I can't help but think that he'll show some sort of restraint as he's not known for killing his opponents. Now, Black Adam, on the other hand, will not even think twice about using brute force to achieve his objective. So in the domain of grit, I'll hand it narrowly to Black Adam, who was born out of the sheer force of rage. Generally, in a fight to the death, in a fight where survival is at stake, who wins? I believe Superman can take and survive the limit of Black Adam's destructive force, but I don't think Black Adam can absorb the limit of Superman's sheer brutal force. If Superman decides to go all the way for survival, and he really doesn't need to get to his limits to do that, Superman can inflict so much damage in a short time, faster than Black Adam's healing or regenerative ability. If Superman doesn't give him the chance to heal, Superman could possibly beat him out of his empowered state through his enormous strength. Also note that even though Black Adam may be mortal, he's only mortal in his empowered state. Superman could drag out the battle, which is going to be very long by the way, hitting him continuously with everything he's got. I see Black Adam having a hard time keeping up and eventually giving in to what may be the only way to defeat him. Superman would simply keep hitting Black Adam long enough to get him out of his empowered state where he'll no longer be mortal and be at the mercy of Superman. Superman will win against Black Adam because even if he's weak or affected by magic, he will always find a way to beat his opponent. I believe he can take a lot of hits of regular lightning unaffected, although magic lightning from Black Adam could prove more dangerous to him. The damage that could be done to Superman in a real death match is however covered up by Superman's strength, speed, endurance, and durability. When it comes to weaknesses, of course, both of them have weaknesses. For Superman, it's kryptonite, which weakens him, and interestingly, magic, which Black Adam possesses. For Black Adam, it's the mineral known as Eternium. A single missile made of Eternium proved to be enough to knock Black Adam unconscious for hours. Now, Superman has the ability to more easily access Eternium than Black Adam can access kryptonite. He can do this through his interstellar travel, time travel, speed, and other unique abilities. Now, in a confrontation with Superman, knowing he falls just short in terms of strength or speed or endurance, Black Adam could probably try to use some of his extra abilities like hypnotize Superman since he uses magic, and Superman can be vulnerable to magic, right? But would it work? I mean, Superman is a master at reading intentions, and he naturally does that super fast, talking about attoseconds or less. So I doubt Superman would hang around or sit around waiting for Black Adam to try to hypnotize him. Superman has also bested several magic foes in the past. Superman defeated the Wizard Faust, and the encounter shows that a calm approach and a level head can help him figure out a plan no matter what he finds himself up against. He was also able to withstand all by himself the magical powers of Disciple, a human that stole some of the power of the old gods. This feat was significant because even Zoriel the Angel and the entire League were put down, while Superman, even wounded, kept going on until he destroyed the source of Disciple's power. Now, magic may be one of Clark's better known weaknesses, but as long as his keen mind is intact, it's nothing Superman can't overcome. Also, the fact that Superman can time travel changes everything. I mean, he could reverse certain outcomes or destroy Black Adam in his human form, and it's game over. I'll wrap up with this. Now let's look at something even more practical. How about someone they have both fought? Like Ultraman, the evil version of Superman from Earth 3. When Ultraman got his hands on the Black Adam, he defeated him by hitting him where it hurts the most. In a scene that's too brutal to ever appear in the DCEU live-action films, Ultraman grabbed Black Adam's face and crunched his mouth in his hands, ensuring his opponent couldn't summon more magical attacks by saying Shazam. Now, we know Ultraman is able to defeat Black Adam, but he isn't able to defeat Superman judging from their history. Therefore, that means against a much stronger opponent like Superman, Black Adam has a much lower chance. Alright guys, we've finally come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, share as well, and kindly turn on the notification bell so whenever I upload new content, you'd be the first to know. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Till next time, see you on the winning side.